Ain't much to say on fucking Sundays.
Yeah, well, I guess depends on who you are. We've already sat here talking for like 5 minutes.
We should have been recording this shit, huh?
We're recording now, so
you would have got.
If you have anything bad to say,
Aaron
say
definitely
now.
would have been canceled.
Cancel Clancy.
The underground project that was never released. All right, this is Spark and Plug Talks.
I want to continue
Dylan,
the
that's
conversation
Aaron.
we had beforehand, but we can't. Now
And we got our boy Clancy Jones in the studio.
What's up, guys?
You can clap for yourself.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
There's a
God,
crowd
there's like
here.
15 people. He brought a whole posse. Thank you so much for coming out, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for getting up on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a good night last night.
I had a nice night last night. Housewarming party with my wife and all her friends, and some tequila got passed around, and on top of
at the housewarming party.
Modelo. Yeah, you know. And,
Well, props to you for getting up and
I've actually smoked a pack of cigarettes last night, so I'm feeling great.
Hell yeah. That sounds like a great recipe for the next morning.
Exactly.
feeling a little bit of shorter breath.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. The songs you played for us were fantastic. I
Thank
really do appreciate you coming out and playing them.
Appreciate
And you didn't even sweat through your shirt. The Modelo's didn't make it out, so I appreciate it, man.
Thanks to my wife's shawl. She brought a shawl with her so she can
There
pat
we
my
go.
head down. So, yeah, those are the. There's 2 songs going to be on the next record. My EP it's coming out May 10th.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It's a Friday, and 2 of the
It's
songs
coming up.
Yeah,
It's coming up, man.
Yeah, less than a month. So it's going to be I'd Be Lines on there, and Round and Rounds on there. There's another one called No Rain.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, and for the last Wayside song, The Wayside, I just wrote that a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, I like this song. I like playing it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a badass name.
Doesn't sound like you wrote it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shit, I felt like I did. It's about kind of the end of the world with her. Like, you know, it's I'll run these miles for you, blah, blah, blah. Basically, we just sit as if the world burns to ashes.
Yeah.
Make a pile
yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
We have our own horizon.
It paints a picture, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I was
so
listening to it.
That's kind of how I just kind of envisioned that. And I was like, oh, let's write a song about that. It'd be fun.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
So anyway, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you playing it, and it'll come out. Aaron will put his magic shine. He's got the one button he presses. I know he does. That just says really good.
Really good start.
Yeah.
He's got a knob
Good.
that takes the suck out. Yeah.
Yeah, I turned that all the way up.
All the way up, baby.
I'm gonna put a shit ton of delay on your voice.
Clancy, where musically, man, where are you coming from? Like what were you listening to when you were young? That kind of led you down that path.
Little Feat was like one of my first bands.
That's badass.
That I was kind of really introduced to when I was like 8 years old because I really enjoyed the piano. My mom's like, "Well, if you really enjoy piano, listen to Little Feat." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
No shit.
Cool. And before that, I'm third cousin to Moon Mulligan. He's a king of the hillbilly piano players.
Hot damn, man.
Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. He basically apparently wrote Jambalaya on the Bayou. You
No
heard that
shit.
No way.
but Hank Williams was with a label at the time, so they took it. And basically, I've heard stories that Hank would pay Moon under the table his royalties, so he wouldn't get fucked.
Ghostwriting's been around forever, man.
So that's and he's got like
Something
Jillian-
Drake and Hank
Yeah.
Williams have in common.
I cover a few of his songs. I Sail My Ship Alone, The Leaves Mustn't Fall, which is a super sad song. But yeah, that's my family history. My dad's a musician.
I was gonna say, is all your family
my
kind of born
sisters-
into it a little bit?
My sisters, they kind of took the reins first when they back in the early 2000s. They graduated high school and went on tour as a duo with Randy Rogers. You heard of Randy?
No
Rogers?
shit.
Yeah. And yeah, they did that for like 6 months, and they just I don't know, they
Just kind of
Yeah.
trickled down.
they're fine. They found other things to do, I guess. But, anyway, I picked it up back in when I was
Tends
about,
to be sometimes, man.
Yeah, I picked it up when I was like 18, 19. I always messed around, fucked around on the guitar. 'Cause my
Right.
dad always had one in the house, and one day I got in a lot of trouble for fighting, and I had to kind of just stay home, so clear my name of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just picked the guitar up and I asked my sisters, like, "Can you teach me like some chords?"
And they were like, "Hell no, I can't
No.
teach you."
She's like, "You really want to learn?" I was like, "I know G, I just don't, I need to know G."
And that's how you learn the whole Dixie Chicks catalog.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Right
And
there.
it was "Wish You Were Here." I learned.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh God, I love that," and I played it for months.
That's
And,
all you need, man.
Yeah, and
That
this,
and Tears in Heaven, and you could get laid every
Yeah.
single night.
But I'm coming from the southeast Texas kind of swampy style.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Is where are you from? Okay,
I'm in a little town called High Island, Texas. It's about
I'm going to Joe Rogan you, man. Will you pull that a little closer? I'm sorry.
It's about 30 miles west of the Louisiana border. I used to be able to, when I was a kid, drive down the beach all the way to the, Mississippi.
Yeah. That's kind of badass.
But now the road's all washed up and like you can't. You got to go around now, which takes about
swampy
an hour.
as shit down there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I grew up in the marshlands. So
cooking vegetables in your pants on a summer day.
Oh my
God, man,
dude.
fucking sauteing some mushrooms in there.
The fucking mosquitoes, dude.
Jesus.
They'll carry you off. I got a song I wrote about it. Like the mosquitoes carry you off and suck you dry. It's kind of phallic, but it's like
No.
What kind of mosquitoes do you guys got down in Texas?
Hey, all
big
right.
ones with lipstick, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, we got those. Those are called lot lizards.
Lot lizards. Hang out the loves, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mhm.
Man, I can't imagine. I mean, I've been down. We've been down in New Orleans before, but it's
Same shit.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Being out there in the
It was like late October, and it was like, oh, goddamn.
Well, from the border of
Pretty muggy.
Louisiana, it starts drying up a little bit. But you got marshland. It's got salt grass. It's just
Walking in hot soup. around
yeah,
there.
it's nasty. It smells like oil. Oil seeps up out of the ground, so it's a big oil bed, hot ground back in the day.
but it's home, God damn it.
It's home. It's about 28 to 30 foot above sea level. It's the highest point on the Texas coast, all the way around the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic side to, I think, South Carolina.
No
Really?
shit.
Yeah, it's an old salt dome. So
That's kinda
I grew up on a
crazy.
fucking salt dome, a sulfur salt dome, or whatever it's called.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, back in the day when the pirates used to come through, that's what they'd see in the horizon, just a bunch of trees, nothing else. So they'd go to that. And Jean Lafitte apparently hid some gold there. You ever heard of Jean Lafitte?
Yeah.
The pirate?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, his cabin boy.
Yeah, thank you, Sid Meier's PC pirate
Yeah, I
game
was
from
about
like
to say,
2001
dude, I
or
was
whatever.
like, I
I
got
played
the
the shit out of
fucking-
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck everything on the podcast. Tell us more about this history.
If
shit.
you
I don't know
go
what
to
it is.
Highland, you'll see my grandpa and grandma's buried there, and a bunch of my cousins and stuff are buried. But if you go, it's the oldest one there. Jean Lafitte's cabin boy's buried there, and apparently his gold's buried
Whoa.
somewhere around the fucking island. So I don't know.
No shit.
I've never
And
tried
you
to
ha-
look.
I was going to say,
Never tried.
you're not just trying to save face, right?
Nope.
Because, okay.
Nope.
All right.
It's something magical about that little place I grew up in. I never wore shoes. Basically, wore underwear for
Yeah.
10 years
Well,
of my
I mean,
life.
I did that as well,
Yeah.
you know, the first. Yeah,
Suppose
I'd say 10 to 12 years. Like they tried to put pants on me, but I was just fast enough. I could
started
get away.
driving to the store when I was like 8 or 9.
I didn't do that. I didn't do
You
that.
could do that shit back in the day.
No, I did not do that.
Yeah, man, you look at these guys down there, and you're like, man, you got no business having your shirt off. But then you like spend some time down there, and you're like, fuck
And suddenly
this.
you have
Uh-huh.
your shirt
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
It don't matter how fat you look, as long as you like got a good crisp sunburn on
Absolutely,
you,
man. Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
look pretty decent.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, walking
Yeah.
bacon.
Looking like a fucking lobster, you know.
Man, so I grew up on that little town, High Island, Texas, and now it's actually the top birding spot if you're into watching birds.
No
So
shit.
it's been that way for a
Odd.
while.
Very odd.
Like so,
Figure it
all
have some kind of pirate history. Was
Well,
like
it
tourism
does.
thing or
but
something.
also all the birds that fly north and south that migrate. That's where their first stop is because the highest thing they see. And
Wow.
like all these exotic birds roll through there, and like
No
that
shit.
little town for about 2 months gets.
There's
fucking
got to be
packed.
someone who like
Wow.
captures them and then skins them and like people eat like exotic
Birds?
bird or something, right? There's got to be someone that like underground black market deal or
Well,
something.
There's a story because I was going to be that guy to do that when I was about 7 years old. So,
I knew there was more to that. I
Okay.
knew it.
so I
Don't
grew-
say anything that's going to incriminate yourself.
No, I grew up hunting birds. You know, with
Someone
a
that
pellet
looked
gun.
just
Yeah.
like me.
Right.
That
Somebody with just an underwear, 7 years old. Anyway, there was I don't know what kind of bird it was in my yard in my big fucking oak tree, and there was like probably 100 people outside my house. I was a kid. I grew up with four brothers and sisters, and they all put us in the house in our yard, like because there's a bird that everybody was looking for above my house.
so,
So,
everybody was there
Everybody,
looking at it. Yeah.
they were fucking with their binoculars and their cameras, and just it was silent. You know what I mean? Like, don't scare it away. There's probably about 100 people, like seriously, down this middle of fucking road.
That's crazy.
And I was angry because it was like middle of the day. I was like, I want to go outside. Mom, you can't go outside yet. Let them get done.
Got to put pants on. No.
Well, my mom turns her fucking back. I barely remember this. I was like 5 or 7. My mom turns her back. I go in there and get my little pellet gun and walk outside and aim up to the tree. And you hear, oh, they called the cops on me and
Oh my
everything. They called the cops on me, on a 7-year-old for doing this. And I was endangering
Typical
his-
bird watchers.
Yeah.
But they weren't going to come up to you and
They were
fight
just
you.
in your yard, right?
It was in my yard.
Those fuckers.
That's what I said. And Mom's like, she's laughing about it. And they're just about to fucking shit their pants. All of them. Just freaking out, dude. And I barely remember. I remember walking through the glass door, opening it, and just going up and aiming. After that, my mom's like, "Oh my God, get in the house!"
Yeah.
Everybody's like trying to be quiet, but just gasping. And they called the cops on me. The cops
Son
came.
of a bitch.
The fucking
Was it
cops
one of
came.
those pump?
Yeah, just a little.
Did you sit? One time I had one of those, and my sister was walking down the sidewalk, and I pumped it so much where I was like, I got it buried, and I was like, that bitch had recoil.
Yeah.
I popped her in the back of the leg. She folded like a lawn chair.
So I was 7. I just had like a little Daisy one pumper.
Yeah.
But I grew into the
The
pellet,
multiple pump ones?
22
Yeah.
caliber
Yeah.
pellet guns and 188 calibers.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to terrorize some blackbirds, man. That was the only thing to do.
Dude, my dad gave me a license to kill after the squirrel fucked up our third transformer of the summer. He's like, man, go out there, it was like a movie. I
Yeah.
was like, I am a machine.
Yeah, you see that motherfucker on the line trying to get you.
Yeah, you motherfucker, I shit the transformer. Like, oh fuck, yeah.
They got another one, Dad.
Yeah, I grew
Fried this fucker.
I grew up hunting and fishing all my life till I was old enough till I started learning about girls and athletics and getting being an athlete, and that was it. And
What'd you play?
Basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Mhm.
Good at it?
I got invited to
Yeah.
walk on a D1
Hell yeah.
school at Stephen Foster State University.
No shit.
Wait,
There was only 3 of us. I was one of them.
Were you,
Point guard.
did you go and walk on? Did you
Yeah.
play there? Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I didn't play there. I walked on. I made about a month into the summer league. I was just too small. I was like 5'10", 185.
Man, I got so burned out
Oh, it was
when
burnout.
when I was in high school, my coach was like, hey man, I'm thinking you can go play at, or whatever, UCO or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I talked to the coach there and he was, oh, your grades are great, whatever. We'll have you out to our summer camp programs and, I think you make a great fit, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to beef up a whole lot, because he wanted me to play D-end and I was like
yeah,
all of 215 or
Uh-huh.
something, and he was like, oh yeah, what about
20 pounds.
30,
Yeah.
20, and I was like, God, man,
My
like
joints
I
are going to
don't
be hurting.
My coach was like, yeah, man, it'll be great. It'll be great for you. And I was like a junior.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't even a senior,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do that,
Yeah.
And by the time I got to be and I got hurt. I fucked up my knee junior year, and then senior year I played again, and
Yeah.
that was just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be an athlete
That's
for the
the
next
same
4 years. This kind of sucks,
I mean, I went and we scrimmaged like so fucking much, and I was just like, after 15 years of basketball, pretty much since I was 5 years old, I could dribble till then. That's all
Yeah.
I focused on. Every summer leagues, all these things, and I got into college, and the point guard was a junior at the time. He's about 6'3". I'll never forget his name. His name's Aaron Roddle. He was a starting point guard for Stephen Foster State. Man, that dude was about 225, and I was about 180, skin and bones.
He's
I was
manhandling
I was
dudes out
fast.
there.
All he did was fucking put me on the blocks and just destroyed me.
No shit.
Like I couldn't do anything. I just had to foul him. I mean, I'm just hanging on his back like a little kid. I'm like, all right. And after a few elbows and a few just getting beat up, dude, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I could probably make the team possibly because the other guy was he wasn't really fundamentally sound. He was just fast and athletic. Just couldn't really shoot or nothing. He just rebound and play defense, which is good. But I could dribble, shoot, and pass and run offenses. But I just lost the fire.
Yeah, man. I
lost it.
No, I totally understand.
So-
I lost that like whatever junior year, sophomore year, but you keep playing.
I still hoop. I still play, dude.
It's,
Don't worry.
yeah, man. Hell yeah, you keep playing.
I just
mean,
played Tuesday, and I'm so goddamn sore. I still play pretty competitively.
we get this man some ice packs.
Yeah, right.
Get him Diet
Nice
Coke,
and
can
hot,
of corn.
yeah, Diet
Coke, can of corn. He'll
But
be
yeah,
fine.
man, I just kind of wanted to get the college experience because I was living in the dorms, and my roommate was like an avid Dave Matthews, and
Fantastic.
yeah, he listened. He played Dave Matthews on the guitar. I mean, not good.
What's
but
that shirt that Gramps has? I fucking.
It's like I can't No, it's
Oh,
I Stand Can't Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah,
and it's got like a
funny
beer
as
cup
fuck.
or something like that.
Fucking,
Got like a red Solo cup.
but I love Dave Matthews.
Yeah, no, I greatly enjoy Dave Matthews
I
just
do
because
too, man.
the musicianship's insane.
I take pride in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sometimes his voice does kind of it grates on me. I'm kind of like, did you really need to do that weird run right there? That was that was
like-
oddly sexual to where it was. You're the least sexual music in the world,
Well,
Dave
I mean,
Matthews.
shit,
but
yeah, dude.
I love
he
your
does
6
do
finger
this,
chords
yeah.
you're playing. I love the 6 fingers you're just using.
oh, he's
fucker,
insane.
yeah,
I
he's
love
just
Carter
crazy.
Beauford. I love all that.
yeah.
You know, they're
He's
all insane,
insanely
dude.
good
I never
musicians.
appreciated clarinet, before I listened to Dave.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, yeah, sometimes I'm
So
kind of
was-
like, I've been listening.
Was
for too
Dave
long.
Matthews? Were they like a? So were they really that like college white guy rock stuff? Because like,
Oh yeah, back
Okay.
in that. Well, like, I guess that's right when Dave they kind of took off in the mid '90s and kind of really.
Your wife's nodding her head a lot. She's like, mm-hmm.
really built up. I'm not a big fan.
so everybody was playing Crashing to Me. At
Pretty
parties and
much,
shit.
yeah, and-
That's why everybody hates Dave
Fuck yeah.
Matthews.
I love Crashing to Me. That's why I heard it on Joe Dirt.
When
I
did you go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, when did you start like playing? So you started learning when you were like 18, 19?
Well, dude, I played guitar for about 10 years before I really started putting my vocals to
Okay,
it.
I gotcha.
And like, I really wanted to learn the instrument first, you know, before I start
Hey man, props to you because
Yeah.
a lot of people do not do that.
start learning. And it took me a while because I was working a lot too, and I had to pay bills. But 2013, I played my first show. I came up down there in Galveston at the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe. Y'all heard of that?
Mm.
Anyway, I played the open mics down there. It's Towns Van Zant's. Y'all heard Towns
Sweet,
Van
yeah.
Zant? So his bass player is Rex Bell back in the day. You know Rex's Blues. Y'all heard of that?
I can't say.
Okay.
I don't think
Anyway.
so.
Please, yeah, educate us.
He is the bass player. He's the bass player for Lightning Hopkins, all the old school people. Anyway, he owns the Old Quarter. It used to be in Houston. He moved it down to Galveston. Now it's a listening room, basically.
Okay, very
And,
cool.
They had an open mic there every Wednesday and Thursday, and I hit the open mic up when I could. And just kind of cutting my teeth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting in there and
Yeah, you got to.
getting that stage fright out of me. and
Yeah.
Fucking shit up. Just fucking everything up, you know?
In the worst possible
Yeah,
way, not in
pretty
a good
much.
way. In the worst.
Actually, there's only one time I really fucking bombed. I was
Involved some jungle juice,
yeah.
didn't it?
It was
Hey,
it,
Dave
it-
Matthews Band.
it-
Bit off
it
more than he could
involved
chew.
a bunch of Shiner Bach before I got up. I was like the last one on the list to play on open mics, and on open mic, and I was drinking Shiner Bach. I got about 6 of them. And I was good and toasty,
Yeah.
dude. And I
Yeah.
got up there. I was like, oh shit, I'm drunk, and I had to use Rex's guitar because mine was all fucked up at the time. So he let me use it. And I just bombed every song. They were shit songs anyway. Like, this is my first shit I ever wrote.
right.
I was just getting up there to do it. And I go back to the green room, and Rex is like, you ever get drunk like that again and play my guitar on stage, you'll never come back here. I'm like, yes, sir, I am so sorry. Boy, he lit into my ass, but it wasn't like mean. He was just like, he was giving me like
Yeah, here's how it
the,
is, man.
the talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, man, I'm so sorry, Rex. I had a few too many beers. He's like, I know, I heard it. And I was like, and ever since then, never. I took that and I just embraced it.
Yeah. Hell
And,
yeah,
like,
man.
Okay, if I'm going to do this, you got to have a level head. So I do. I mean, I'll have a beer before, but nothing.
Yeah,
crazy.
well, look, shot, a beer, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Whatever.
it helps to calm the
It
nerves a
does.
little, just so you get everything
Sometimes-
relaxed.
I mean, I think the last show I played at Beer City, I didn't have no beers. I'm like, it
Yeah.
don't matter to me. I just sometimes when it's comfortable and hang out, and
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
shoot the shit with your band.
Dude, I tell you, it's
It's
good.
like, what do
You
you
can
do with your
exercise
hands?
yourself,
Mhm.
self-constraint.
When you're trying to talk to
What
people,
I do
or,
with my hands?
what do I do with my hand? I just get 2 beers, so I'm always
There you go,
occupied.
dude.
I don't have to talk to anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much where I came up. And 2013 I had my first gig down in Galveston. It was with a jazz drummer. God bless us. I mean, he
Wow.
probably hated me. But I had that show. It was great. I got the feeling. We had about 20 people show up. I was like, okay,
Hell yeah,
cool.
man.
And I played with a good friend of mine. His name's Sammy Barker. He's got a band called Brightwire. It was my first gig with him. At the time, it was the Front Porch Society or something like that. Anyway, did that. Then I moved back to Austin and had to go back to work immediately. For 2 years, I worked in California. 10 years I worked in California. But those 2 years, right before I quit in 2014, I worked and met my wife. And I was project managing for my father's construction company down in Austin, Texas for about 2.5 years. I still do some of the stuff for him, but I just got tired. It's like 150 miles between, all day long driving in Austin traffic just is taxing. It's worse than like anything you can do.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Anyway, I was
At least
like,
at a desk job,
yeah.
you're doing something,
It's like, we got-
Traffic, it's like, I'm not even to the work part yet.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And not on top of that, I had to go to Home Depot, pick up shit,
Yeah.
and I just like, oh my God, I'm over this. So I went into I got out of one shitty job, got into another one, which was fine. It was my family's, but it's like, wasn't my calling, So we moved to Houston. We just made the decision to get the fuck out of Austin. Let's get out of here. Let's go to a new city. New start. We did. Houston. Went back to hometown. First time for her there. Photographer's dream. My wife was doing some really cool photography work down there for a distributing company. Anyway, we got tired of Houston and just ready to get out of the city, and we moved to Duncan.
Right on.
And
Were
we've
you
been-
playing shows at all during that time, or doing that, or you kind of like
no,
taking?
I was in a songwriters group in Lockhart, Texas. I did about 6 or 7 times there, and then we moved. But I got back into it when we met, and she's like encouraging me to get
Yeah,
back
hell
into
yeah.
doing it. I was like, you're right, I need to do it. I got all these songs.
Dude, I'm sure it's like if I go, I don't know, a couple months without even practicing or
Mhm.
playing or writing something, it's just like it's like a soda can
It
just
is.
being shit.
It
you
is.
know, it
It's
just
you got to get it out.
Yeah.
So that's my outlet's the gym. Like if I don't,
oh, hell
I
yeah.
practice it. I try to rehearse or write or something every day.
Yeah.
It's just kind of keep that muscle going. But anyway, we moved to Duncan, Oklahoma, and her father was a cattle rancher and had a ranch out there, and I worked on the ranch all throughout COVID and stuff. So I had a job.
It's, oh man,
I was
that's
touring. I
fantastic.
started touring when I moved pretty much here in Oklahoma because it was easier routing.
Yeah.
So I could go to Dallas. I could go to Kansas City.
Yeah, that's what everybody.
Wichita.
I mean, right, Aaron. That's kind of what everybody says about Oklahoma is that it's a really great central location for
Mhm.
all these big hubs and stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can hit Amarillo in 3 hours, Wichita in 2 hours, Fayetteville, all that
Yeah,
area.
Kansas City in 4 or 5.
Yeah,
if you want to make that
Kansas
trip.
City
Yeah.
in 6 hours, and Dallas 2, Fort Worth 2.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that 35 and 40 intersect
yeah.
at Oklahoma City, those are two,
Oh, man.
the biggest interstates in the nation. So, I mean,
it was probably one of the best moves I ever did in my life. And
Hell yeah.
it was. I love Oklahoma, man. I love the people of Oklahoma.
Nice.
I love all that
A
stuff.
little smaller mosquitoes.
Yeah, a little smaller mosquitoes, man.
Little bit windier.
Different shade of lipstick.
You get more. Where I was living, we had a lot of hogs and coyotes. So
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
They've
Have
There's
they
some
migrated out here yet?
yeah. Well,
there's some pretty big feral hogs out here.
I bet, dude.
Like, there was one Jared and I saw. Holy shit. It was a monster.
Yeah,
dude.
those motherfuckers are eating all that starter feed.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah,
they are, dude.
If Jared would have hit that, dude, his truck would have been
Oh,
kaput,
yeah.
dude. It was,
And that
it was
thing would've been
massive.
fine.
It would have been like, we're like, holy shit, dude.
Uh-huh.
that's just like cows. You clip one of them in the hip, and you're like, oh my god,
Mhm.
just demolish my entire front end.
Yeah,
And they're just like, they just wander off. You
Didn't
know?
you tip the four-wheeler didn't you hit a cow and like tip the four-wheeler? And the cow was like, "Meh."
No,
Like,
my
fucking
little
barely
brother
moved.
did. I
Oh,
went. I was
okay.
like watching him, and it was funny because it was dark and I could just see the headlights.
Yeah.
and
That's funny as fuck,
he
dude.
just came around this bend, and I was like standing real far away on a hill, and I could see just the headlights. I could hear him going "Ring" on that four-wheeler, and he's probably going about 30 or something like that. He's put his "Ring" and then turned his lights, and I saw the cows, and he didn't, and he was just. "Ring." And you just heard, and he was like, you just heard him go like, "Holy shit!" Like he just. And then, I was like, "Oh fuck, I hope he's okay." And then he was like,
Yeah.
just drove off again.
Have you ever
Cow
tried
was
to
fine.
move cows with a four-wheeler?
I mean, yes,
I
but
hate it. If you don't have cowboys on horses,
Yes and no.
it's a pain in the ass
It's
because it's so
dangerous.
hard to, and they'll get scared and
they'll come at you.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're too small.
We got belted Galloways out here, so they're like
I didn't do
super
yeah.
docile,
Oh, yeah.
and we
They're
had
not
Angus
assholes.
before,
Oh,
and
nice.
like my grandpa gets super pissed at me because I had this. I don't know if it was a fantasy, but it was just like a dream to just get a tiny little, just like commandeer a little cow for a little calf for my own, and then have a little. I don't know what I was gonna do with it.
Yeah.
I was just like, check out my calf, whatever. I was real
And then
young.
we'll
I was
eat
probably yeah, something like that.
We'll eat it.
I have no problem looking at him being like, oh man, I love you, Clarabelle or whatever. You're gonna make great hamburger. That doesn't bug me.
My
but
wife did the same thing, but I don't think she ate it. I think she sold it.
well, I was just like, I'm gonna get this calf,
Start getting
and
attached to it.
so I drove around on the four-wheeler. I felt like such a cowboy at the time, you know. I'm just got the Lonesome Dove music playing in my head, and I'm like herding these, you know, it's fucking 20 head of cattle or whatever, you know. So I'm just like
The whole time Gramps
rolling the
is seething.
hills. Oh, dude, he'd step out. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? He'd come in there and he'd light my ass on
Why
fire.
are you moving them cows
Yeah,
around?
well, he'd be like, "You're gonna scare one of them so much they're gonna break their fucking
Fence.
leg, and then I'm out of all that. That's $2,000 for just this shitty ass cow. What if you do it to a bull or something? Then I'm fucked." You know, I was like, okay, I'm sorry. You know, and then I continued to do it because I was a shithead and I was, you know, whatever, 12 at the time. But
Yeah, cows are one. I grew up with horses. I didn't do a lot. I grew up like on a horse farm, and I guess you can call it a horse farm. We had 6 horses, so that constitutes a horse farm. I guess.
Yeah.
They're smarter than cows.
Very.
They're basically
very
like
much.
dogs and shit. So you don't eat them.
No, you don't.
So you can have attachments to them and feel cool with them and be like, I'm not gonna eat you. But with cows, our next door neighbor had cows and shit, and they're dumber than a box of rocks.
Yeah, we'd have like every summer a few thousand head come in. And
yeah, hell yeah, man.
They round them
That's
up.
a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
They round them up in Florida, and these motherfuckers ain't seen human beings
That's
Yeah.
insane.
ever. And they round them up with a helicopter in there.
Holy shit.
So they ain't seen. They're all saltgrass cows, and they're fucking wild.
We know what that salt does to people.
Dude, they're wild.
We know what that salt did to
to me.
Gene's cabin boy.
Yeah, right.
He's fucking dead. He's been dead.
Something about that salt air, man.
He's deader than shit.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
insane.
You bring them in. They got a 17-hour ride in a fucking truck to our place.
A little
and,
testy.
and they're fucking testy, and they will go
Pissed.
after. And they're only about 200-300 pounds. You know, what I mean, they're small cows.
Yeah.
But we feed them up. But dude, they're fucking mean. They're not
Oh,
mean.
no,
They're
man.
just fucking
I had to
scared.
band some with my grandpa one time, and he didn't have any. He was like, "Nah, we don't need the chutes. These are real small." And he was lying, dude. These were not small calves at all, dude. These were a step. They were.
You're getting
Dude,
your shit lit
I
up
was
the
getting
entire-
destroyed. I was getting. This was like I was a freshman getting absolutely plowed by the senior linebacker from the Division Force. You know, like we're just getting the 4A school. We're playing in our little 1A school. You know, I was like, I'm done. I'm tired, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this. I
Too
was
damn
getting
bad.
destroyed, man.
Oh man.
And we finally got a couple of, and then he was like, you know, we'll just use the chutes. And I was like, well, what the fuck were we doing? You thought this was me just going to be like, just because I'm like,
Was he doing it with you, or was he just watching?
oh,
you?
he was just watching.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he-
No,
fuck.
it was
the kick out of
me, my uncle,
You know damn
my
well why he was
brother.
doing it. He was one of the fucking-
yeah,
yeah.
I guess he was just like, nah, check this out. This can be funny.
He
You
did
know?
a
I was
kick
like,
out of
oh,
shit,
what
yeah.
the fuck, man?
Oh my god. That's
I
good
was
stuff.
getting destroyed. I was like, he's like, you want to come over here and help me pull this calf? I'm like, hell no, do it yourself. Call my brother, dude. He'll go help you. I don't want to go help him.
Yeah,
It sucks.
That was a fun time in my life, man. I lived there 4 years and did about 3 years of work on the farm. So
Yeah, right on.
It brought me back to my roots because I did that when I was a kid,
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
and I used to feed cows all the time with my neighbor. He had about,
Works as great inspiration, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, he had about 100 head in the marsh. And
Yeah.
we'd feed them and.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. So besides the album, you got more shows coming down the pipeline, all that cool stuff?
Yeah, I'm just kind of just had a show in California. I'll talk to you about that.
Oh yeah, opening up for the dudes from
Lucero,
Lucero.
yeah.
That's badass.
I got tour. I'm touring behind this new little EP I'm dropping on May 10th.
Is this your first EP you've have you dropped
No,
a
my
bunch
first,
of prior stuff?
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you-
I have,
okay.
This is my third. That's my second EP. I got one full length.
Oh, right on. Okay.
But I'll be touring June 1st through the 8th from Memphis at Hernando's Hideaway. I'll be down in Birmingham the next day, and I got like a day of driving back to Houston.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Couldn't really find anything in between Birmingham and Houston where I needed to go. And the thing I did find, it just wasn't a good fit for me. So I was like, shit, I'll just drive for a day and I'll go hang on the beach for a day.
Yeah,
and
hell
just
yeah.
Get some time.
Gotta take some
right.
you time, man. Hell yeah.
Get some time right, hang out, just maybe see some old friends I ain't seen. And I'll be in Houston at the Do-Si Do.
When are you gonna go visit your pharmacist friend down
In Dallas,
Yeah.
I'll be there on the 7th. Gleason, come to the show.
Come through,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, I'll be Do-Si Do. Then I'm going back down to a marina bar that's really famous for their music down there. I've been
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
And then my last stop's in Dallas, and then I'll be home. And
See what happens.
I don't know. I have nothing after that, and it's kind of exciting. But I'm also looking forward to booking some more shows.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Probably regionally, instead of fucking way far away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be working on that probably in the next few weeks, just getting some more stuff after June.
Yeah, right on. What's the name of the EP coming out May 10th?
Rise with the Sun.
Nice.
And it's about what we were just talking about, the farm.
Hell yeah.
It just commemorates the farm.
Oddly cyclical.
Yeah.
everything.
So I got one on there, No Rain. Like I didn't play y'all. It kind of lends itself to a full band, or at least a guitar player.
Yeah.
Anyway. So it's about like when I'd get stressed out in 2018, 19 and go out to this little, it wasn't a river. It was like a stream. It was Cow Creek, actually.
Yeah. More like a forceful puddle.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I just go out there and just sit in silence, for like an hour and just gather my shit, get my shit together and walk back. And that's kind of about that. There's I'd Be Lying. I wrote that in 2021 on New Year's Day, actually. I was hungover writing it, and I was like, oh, okay, this will work. I was actually out in the stand. I was like, this is my last cigarette. I'm quitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Standing in the rain, smoking my last cigarette. Anyway.
You've been in the spot many a musician has been in beforehand.
Yeah, and I haven't quit yet.
Working on it.
I'm working
it's an
on
everyday
it.
thing.
And I'm going to release a little single probably after June, July. It's just kind of a summer single. It's called, God, what's it called? What is it?
Your PR person hasn't trained you very well.
Oh, These Days. Jesus, yeah. These days. I'm so focused on this one right now. I forgot I got another single coming out.
Yeah.
I wrote that one last year. It's got some hidden stuff in it. You'll hear it. It kind of plays on the LGBTQ community, the homeless population, the homeless youth, and all that stuff. So I kind of wrote that. I played a festival at the Blue Note.
Yeah.
With Carter Sampson and Jack Waters. Who else was there? A few of us, John Snodgrass.
Yeah, ton of awesome people.
Yeah, man. And leading up to that show, I was like, man, we're doing a benefit for Sister Youth, a food drive.
Oh,
which
nice.
Is a youth place in Oklahoma City that take in all these youths that either get kicked out of their house or just whatever happens, they take them in and give them a safe
assistance
space.
place. Yeah.
Give them a safe place, and it's all inclusive. It's like whatever, you just come and we'll help you out. So we did that. We kind of
doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, leading up to that, I was like, man, okay. I was reading about it, so I just kind of wrote a song. It's called These Days. Kind of about me putting myself in their shoes and how I was feeling that month, and just like all the emotions right there in that song. So
yeah. That's
it. So if you hear it, you'll understand it. It kind of comes like it's kind of building up to when they age out or whatever,
Yeah.
So anyway, it's
right on. You almost are kind of making it seem like you don't have that much stuff going on, but you got a bunch of shit going on.
Yes,
it's a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. I wish I was more
bunch of things
busier.
to juggle.
It is. It's releasing music is. Y'all probably know it's stressful. You put it out there, and there's so many little things that you gotta do that
no one has a good roadmap.
No, not
you can't go to no academy for that. There's nobody on YouTube that's
there's a school for it, but I don't know how much it costs. And you know what? I'll figure it out.
Ain't no school worth it.
Yeah,
coming from people who have been to school for it.
But releasing on all platforms. May 10th, Rise with the Sun. It's a
man.
Fun little thing.
Well, where can everybody find you if they want to look you up, on your socials and stuff? What you under?
Socials is Clancy Jones Music on Instagram and Facebook. You can go to my website, clancyjonesmusic.com.
Badmotherfucker.com.
Clancy Jones Music. Yeah, badmotherfucker.com.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. clancyjonesmusic.com. I don't have a Twitter account or
X.
Yeah,
Snapchat.
why the hell would you need one?
Shit, X. I don't
Canceled.
have that shit. Yeah, I'm canceled.
Elon sponsorship's over.
Fuck. Crazy. But yeah, that's it. I prefer to go to my website, buy some merch and stuff,
Yeah.
Help me out down the road,
Got some koozies on there?
No, I want to get koozies, though. I just got shirts and vinyl.
Oh, okay.
The most
Nobody
expensive shit,
yeah. Nobody go to the
Yeah.
website. He doesn't have the super cheap
Don't have
lighters and
koozies.
koozies that everybody
Damn it.
wants.
I love having those shitty koozies. That's why I
Man,
give them my guests when they come over.
I did make koozies in 2020. It was a 100 run. They were so bad, guys. They were so bad. I just gave them out to my friends, and they were like, God bless the man that made them. He just didn't understand what I needed. I made 100 koozies, and it come in a big garbage bag.
Oh, shit.
And it had Clancy Jones in the whole koozie. Like, it was just full. Like, it was terrible.
Nice.
It was fine.
Hey, there's rare collectibles, man.
Yeah.
Soon enough, you'll blow up, and then they'll be going for $1,000
You'll
on
see it on the
eBay.
Shitty Clancy Jones koozie. You're like, damn,
I have one
fuckers.
koozie left. I've just given them out to people, and they're just free marketing.
Well, like we've said before, you win some, you lose some.
That's right.
Live and
brother.
learn.
That's right.
Right on. Well, man, I appreciate you so much for coming out, taking the time out of your Sunday to not smoke another pack and cure that hangover.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
appreciate it. Everybody be on the lookout for May 10th.
Yeah.
May 10th. That's when the EP drops and playing shows and dropping another single and doing more shit coming on down the pipeline.
That's it, man. Thank you, brother.
All
I
right.
appreciate
This
you.
is Spark and Plug signing off.